I really drill down on the science of what is considered safe, since it is, as you know, and it's been that way for 20 months or so, a moving target. And as we often do, we turn to Dr. Todd Eller and Dr. T, the Chief of Infectious Diseases, South Shore Health. It's great to see you, Dr. T. So what do we know, Dr. T, about the level of protection right now when it comes to with or without the booster?
Right. So, Eddie, the definition of fully vaccinated really is going to be changing. We used to consider it 2 doses of the vaccine, but now you really need that booster to be considered really fully vaccinated. And the reason for that is we know that that booster really drives up the level of antibodies. And when our antibodies are up, less likely to get infected. So if you haven't received your booster and it's been at least 6 months, please roll up your sleeves. You know what to do.
Yep.
And speaking of the boosters, both the FDA and the CDC taking action today, right, to authorize those additional shots for 16 and 17-year-olds. By any measure, this was pretty fast. Why the urgency here?
You know, Jessica, I think the urgency is really because we're seeing cases not only in the United States rising, but around the world. Let's face it, we're all hearing about Omicron. We're concerned about that very scary mutational pattern. But the good news is that so far the cases have been mild. And that's really what I'm hoping to see continue. Of course, we'll see severe cases of it, but hopefully most are mild. But remember, we don't need Omicron because Delta is here. And this winter, Delta combination is also concerning. So for all of those reasons, I think the FDA really fast-tracked this. I think the CDC greenlighting it. They're doing the right thing. The 16 and 17-year-old adolescents can roll up their sleeves now and be better protected this winter.
Dr. T, we're going to put something on the screen and break it down for us, if you would. This is from the Massachusetts Department of Public Health. It's charting confirmed cases between the middle of October and now. And as you can see, Massachusetts infections have been spiking in recent days. So what do you think? Do you think behavior is driving that? Or should we be course correcting a bit? What do you think?
All right. So both are true, right? So I think, again, you have Delta surging, you have winter, cold weather here, we're spending more times indoors, less ventilation, and let's face it, many of us, including myself, are having significant pandemic fatigue.
Sure.
So we're masking less. Some of the behavioral changes that some of our defenses we were using before, we may be less likely now. It's the holidays. This is the time when we like to get together and hug each other and spend time indoors close to each other. All of these things, I think, are leading to significant surges.
That's what I was going to say. More time together is another player in that. Yeah.
We're getting a lot more information day by day, it seems, about just how transmissible the Omicron variant is. We know that after a holiday party at a restaurant in Norway, not only did dozens of people attending the event test positive, but dozens more who happened to be in the restaurant were infected. So that seems like the level of spread is greater than we've seen before. What does this tell you?
I'm really happy you're asking me about this. This is a very important study coming out of Norway. It looked at over 100 patients in this Christmas party. And by the way, they were all fully vaccinated and they all tested negative, either with a rapid test or PCR within 3 days before. And what we've seen is that close to 80% of them are infected with COVID. And so far, they've sequenced at least 17 of them, and they're all Omicron. To make matters worse, there were people in the restaurant that weren't part of the Christmas party, and they were infected as well, which really makes you think that this is airborne. I'm not trying to say that other variants weren't, but if this is more contagious, perhaps it's easier to get, in the air, and that's something we really have to think about and to make sure that when we're at our holiday parties, that if we're immunocompromised, that we consider masking. If we haven't been vaccinated, please get vaccinated now. And if we haven't been boosted and are fully vaccinated and it's been 6 months, we need to boost now. I want to say one more thing. That booster dose really spikes your level of antibodies only within a couple of days. So you don't have to wait that 14 days or till you get your second dose of the vaccine. The booster works quickly.